In the past few hours, BTS fans around the world have been inundated with deep feelings of excitement and curiosity. What happened between Jungkook and Taehyung, two legendary members of BTS who had gone through many challenges together, just before Taehyung left the military camp for his mandatory military service. One shocking event appeared and shook the hearts of many people. This moment is not just an ordinary farewell message, but something deeper, involving previously unrevealed feelings and memories. Why did Taehyung cry when he heard Jungkook's message before parting? What's behind it? Before we go any further, let's take a look back at the harrowing moment that happened 45 minutes before Taehyung left the military camp, which reveals another side of their closeness. It all started with a simple conversation that began with a thoughtful message from Jungkook to his best friend, who was like a brother to him. During the conversation, Jungkook reminds Taehyung to be careful inside the military camp. However, these warnings are not uncommon. There is an old story that has come to light again, a story that shook and shocked many people, about Jungkook's experience with food poisoning while serving in the army. Jungkook, who can't get over the incident, earnestly warns Taehyung to avoid the same risk. Is it just a warning, or is it more than that? Why did this moment make Taehyung so moved? From the beginning, the relationship between Jungkook and Taehyung has always been described as a loving and supportive relationship. They've been through a lot together, both as group mates in BTS and in their personal lives. However, this one warning coming from Jungkook touches on another side of Taehyung's feelings that may have never been revealed before. When Jungkook reminds Taehyung to take care of his health in the midst of a challenging military experience, it's a moment that makes Taehyung think of many things deeper than just a casual friendship. Out there, fans and netizens began to speculate about what really happened behind the warning. Some even wondered, is it just a matter of food poisoning, or is there something darker than Jungkook's experience that he wants to share with Taehyung? Have you ever heard of a personal experience that is so memorable that it can make someone cry when they remember it? What if it happens between two friends who are deeply into each other? Of course, this situation gave rise to various shocking reactions. Some are worried, some are moved to see how deep Jungkook's attention to his best friend. But for sure, this incident made many people wonder. Did Jungkook's experience have a greater impact on their relationship, not just an ordinary farewell, but a message full of care and affection, showing how important they are to each other? A reminder that despite the distance separating, the bond of their friendship remains unshakable. Given the precious moments together, is this a sign that their friendship will continue to be strong despite each living their own lives? What really made Taehyung so deeply moved? Of course, this leads many to wonder about more sides of their closeness that we may not have known before. However, this is what makes this story even more interesting. Taehyung, who always seems strong in public, turns out to have such a deep, sensitive side. The tears that flowed after hearing Jungkook's message were not just a spontaneous reaction, but a reflection of deep feelings of love and care. This shows how important the presence of each other is in their life journey, especially in challenging moments like this. Not just brothers in a group, they are friends who take care of each other and support, who are ready to give warnings even in unexpected situations. So, what really made Taehyung cry in that moment? This is an evocative question, not just about a breakup, but also about a friendship full of unspoken feelings. This is what attracts the attention of many people, making them wonder, will the relationship between Jungkook and Taehyung continue to be so strong even though they live different lives? One thing is certain, this moment has made many see their closeness from a much more emotional perspective, making them more curious about what will happen next in the life journey of these two idols. Now, as Taehyung embarks on his new journey within the military, many fans are hoping that these thoughtful moments will continue to serve as a reminder that even though they are far apart, their friendship will remain eternal. With all the experiences they've been through together, who knows what other surprises are to come? How do they feel when they are in a field far from the stage? Will they continue to remind each other of each other despite their different busyness? This story, which began with a simple message, is now a much deeper story than imagined. A story of friendship, care, and love that is not always spoken, but is always in the heart. A small warning from Jungkook that changes everything. After hearing a warning message from Jungkook that was so touching, Taehyung couldn't contain his emotions. Although Taehyung is known for his strong and confident character on stage, behind it all, Taehyung is someone who takes great care of those around him, especially his close friends. When Jungkook reminded him to be careful and vigilant, not only about the food poisoning that Jungkook had experienced while serving in the army, but also about taking care of himself in the midst of the challenges that would be faced inside the military camp, Taehyung's feelings were immediately touched so deeply. With his eyes beginning to glaze over, Taehyung relays his response to Jungkook, expressing how much he is grateful for the attention and love given. Taehyung said, "I know how hard your experience was, and I promise to be careful. But I also know that our friendship will remain strong, no matter what happens. I will always remember your message and try to stay healthy and strong here." However, Taehyung's words were more than just an ordinary statement. Behind these words, there are many feelings that flow so deeply. Taehyung, who has been in the spotlight for so long, has never really shown his fragile side to the public. However, back then, in that simple conversation, he finally expressed how grateful he was to have a best friend like Jungkook, who was always there for him, not only in joy, but also in sorrow. "Jungkook," Taehyung continued, "I know we will go through many different things during this time, but I will always carry our memories together. I know that even though we can't see each other every day, you are all in my thoughts. I feel stronger with your support." The moment, which lasted only a few minutes, seemed very long to both. There was an inexpressible sense of warmth, as if time stopped for a moment. There were only the two of them in the room. This moment of farewell becomes more than just a goodbye. It is a reminder of how strong the bonds of friendship that have been built over the years are. For Taehyung, Jungkook's message was not just about food poisoning alone, but also about genuine concern and a great sense of responsibility towards his best friend. After expressing these feelings, Taehyung then wiped away the tears that began to flow down his cheeks. However, he tries to hold back his tears, feeling ashamed for revealing his emotional side in front of his best friend. "I don't want to cry," Taehyung said in a slightly trembling voice. "I want to show that I can be strong, but right here, right now, I feel very moved. Thank you for reminding me to always take care of myself. I will try to be better, for you, for yourself." This message means a lot not only to Taehyung but also to BTS fans around the world. Taehyung's response shows a human side that he very rarely shows to the public. Although he always appears with a big smile and a cheerful attitude, in moments like this, we can see that behind his comforting personality, there is an individual who is very caring and affectionate towards the people he loves. Ultimately, the conversation reveals something greater about their relationship.